because he's the acceptable monster at this time, like R. Kelly was the last time they sat on this stage. JayZ is sucking Diddy out.
People even calling me, asking me about him, and I don't know him from a can of paint. He even mentioned my name, saying that I know. I know what I know. I don't know what he knows. But I do know this.
Nobody saw this coming. JayZ, the master of control, the man who never lets the public glimpse his true feelings, suddenly let the world see what he keeps buried deep. Nobody was prepared for the raw eruption of emotion he showed. It felt like watching an invincible hero caught off guard in the middle of a storm he never expected. The city is buzzing, trying to decode what really broke through that armor. What pushed him past the line he's guarded for years? One thing is certain. Whatever lies behind that calm exterior is about to surface, and the truth might be bigger than anyone imagined.
It seems to make a lot of people upset, then a lot of people love my opinion. That's why you bring me on here. And I really appreciate that, brother. I just want to say this before we get started, Art, is that, a lot of people think I came here to bring a black man down. And that's what I hear in the comments a whole lot. But it was nothing like that. A black man didn't cuss a dead man's mother out. A black man didn't set his friends up and put them in a situation where they couldn't come home to their families no more. A black man didn't reach back and help the people that helped them make it up the ladder. It was Puffy. You know what I'm saying? I got tired of Puffy going on different platforms talking about how he loved the people that we was all with, how he loved the people that helped him, when in fact, none of that stuff was true. So my whole thing about it is, man, I appreciate your platform for letting me, voice my opinion. And like I said, opinions like an asshole. Some of these cats out here get paid for their asshole. I get paid to give my opinion.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I mean, you just on here giving your opinion, man. I mean, you were one of the people that was real close to the situation, so why not?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So with that being said, right, the last interview me and you did was a day after the raid. When you look at everything now, man, how you feel about everything? It's been like a week, you knowing Diddy, you being around Diddy. Could you ever imagine that his houses would get raided for sex trafficking?
Bro, you can't imagine no stuff like that. You understand? You can't think that, because back then, he wasn't Brother Love. He was Puffy. All the way up until he became Diddy. So, his behavior over the years...
Let's keep going, because whatever sparked this goes way deeper than a bad moment. Whispers say the roots stretch all the way back to his Marcy beginnings, where survival meant carrying burdens most people can't imagine. Not even a wall full of platinum records could erase that pressure. Add decades of battles, competition, expectations, and you've got a mind that's been hit with nonstop weight. The industry has always murmured about the strain around him, his relationships, his legacy, his peace. Even that famous elevator moment with Solange wasn't the full story, just a glimpse of something brewing for years. That cool demeanor hides a storm that's been shaking under the surface for a long time.
Claudia Jordan right now. Claudia Jordan don't ever mention my name. She mentioned it yesterday. Talking about why people are afraid to come forward. You mean you? You was Diddy girl. Corey was JayZ girl. Why don't you clean your frame? Claudia.
So, Jack, wouldn't you say...
When I say Corey, I'm talking Jackie.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was about to ask. JayZ's
mistress
yeah.
who died of an imaginary fucking aneurysm. Just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book Bling and died as soon as it made the bestsellers list. What are these people supposed to go to? You can't go to the boss because the boss is fucking you. And the boss's boss don't get no fuck. Can't go to the authorities. They're all bought and paid for. You could try to get a special prosecutor. They'll just pay somebody to reassign him to another case. Where the fuck you go when you get f***ed over by the industry? Nowhere. That's where you go nowhere. Which is where people like me step in. I go to Diddy parties. So what? Because ain't nobody stopping me when I come.
So let me ask you, because I look at Gabriel Union, and when you mention things like JayZ's time is coming for him, then I look at Beyonce, and I say that women do have
that country album, and any of you that buy that shit, stupid as shit.
You don't get
music with God.
Now let's talk about Beyonce, Queen Bey herself. Being married to music's crown bearer looks like a fairy tale from the outside, but the pressure in that spotlight is unreal. Life in her world is a blessing, but also a battlefield. Fame, motherhood, business, global influence. Everything rests on her shoulders with zero room for error. 3 children and constant attention from every corner of media mean life never truly slows down. The industry demands perfection and never gives her space to breathe. Even legends have limits. Maybe what we saw wasn't weakness. Maybe it was a man finally bending under the weight of history, greatness, and everything he's been holding together for years.
Stand by your man. You don't know that. Remake that. Stand by that. That's a real country hit. Jolene knows. It has a ring to it. Stand by your man. Yeah. Whoops. And disrespects you with other like Kathy Coriana White.
All right, well, let's do it like this.
Actually carrying his baby while you was fucking it. Why your husband don't want to put his seed inside of you? He put it in everybody else. Wow, did this work, yo?
It's funny, you open up Beyonce's internet, it just gets weird.
Beyonce's internet.
That's what we're calling it.
Belong to the devil. Unless you calling that the devil, it's number the employee.
Oh.
Half of which dumbass bitch.
So, it's funny that it's crazy you say these things.
Everyone accepted that bitch.
I think she's
Kill the girl.
Okay.
Girl went to court and charged her with extreme witchcraft. She was hypnotized. She was drugged. Beyonce came and she was in there eating on her. She was asleep. Snacking on this bitch. Killing people's cats. And guess what? They wouldn't give her a restraining order. They just told her to stay away from Beyonce and work for somebody else. Guess what? She's having a hard time finding work too. Which is interesting because she's a brilliant musician. And she was trained at the esteemed Berklee College of Music. Handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington. Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band, which was Matthew Knowles' idea because he couldn't get Beyonce to stop people. Yes,
And maybe, just maybe, this was the wake-up call JayZ needed. Sometimes you have to fall before you rise higher than anyone thought possible. Behind those iconic shades lies more than style. There's a lifetime of pressure, sacrifices, and secrets the world has never heard. What we're watching is not the downfall of a legend. It's the rebirth of one. This moment isn't destruction, it's evolution. A fresh chapter is opening, and the world will be glued to every step of what he becomes next.
who the fuck goes to their childhood house for a visit and the shit goes up in flames?
That was very weird. The next day,
And
the week,
the next day. And still, no real investigation on how the house just went up in flames. I guess they paid y'all off. Like they paid y'all off for that astral world.
So let me ask you,
Texas politics.
Yeah, Texas politics, man. It's that right there. We're gonna talk about the episode, but for right now, I just got to get your take on when we see a Killer Mike win 3 Grammys.
And get arrested immediately after because JayZ paid somebody just so he couldn't have a good night. You shown.
Hey, man.
Weirdo. Don't get no what you got in your head that nerve me. You'll never outthink me. All I do is frustrate you. AI. You can't quantify me. You can't even control your life. You gonna handle a bit me. You can't even control that goofy bitch. You should have done a better job. Maybe she wouldn't have had to lose her mind on Cassie. You ain't protecting you. You're protecting.
You wouldn't believe the eruption that followed when the clip hit the internet. It spread like wildfire in seconds. One video, and suddenly it was everywhere, every screen, every conversation. The whole city was buzzing. Celebs jumped in with support. Everyone from Diddy to Rihanna chimed in. Twitter exploded, Instagram overflowed, and TikTok practically overheated. Some fans were shocked, others emotional. And of course the skeptics said, it's just publicity. But staged or not, one truth stood strong. Everyone was watching.
Wow.
I'm going to tell everybody about Big L, Sean.
Big L?
I would just rather do it on the stand, Sean. Please sue me. I want to go to court. And I want to talk about Big L on the stand.
Wow. What's your thoughts about Dame Dash?
Dame Dash got fucked over by somebody who was supposed to be his friend.
So this Big L is associated.
Big L is the one that put JayZ on.
Wow.
JayZ was the last person to see Big L alive.
Wait, so this Big L person is not living on this earth no more?
He's been dead for years. His death made it possible for reasonable doubt to live.
Whoa.
See how good I keep secrets, Sean?
You'd expect JayZ's team to jump in, take over the narrative, and calm the storm. But when the response finally came, it was the typical polished PR talk, privacy, personal matters, and nothing real. But people want honesty, not scripts. Meanwhile, the whole industry reacted like electricity in motion. Even Kanye, yes, Kanye, sent respect. It felt like hip-hop paused to stand with its king. We've always seen JayZ as untouchable, the man who never cracks. But seeing him break in real time felt surreal, like watching a superhero swipe away tears. Some say this will make him more relatable. Others fear it hurts his legendary aura. But one thing is clear. After this moment, the game is forever.